Good morning, everybody. Happy holidays, happy December, happy whatever everybody celebrates. Welcome to this December 17th Michigan PR Group meeting. Got a roundtable meeting today, so it's whatever anybody has in mind. So I'll jump in and start with a success. So in November, we did 30 days of savings. So we just every day on social media, we highlighted a different, sometimes it was programs, but mostly it was services that the library does that could save you time or money, which is basically everything we do. Um, and then, should I admit Sam here? We highlighted it every day on social media. We put it in our newsletter. We had a big poster in our lobby that we added to every day. And then everything had QR codes that directed you back to our website, which I'll share here. Share my screen. So this was our 30 days of savings website. And so just I had to fight against my
Oh,
library
that's cute.
to be wordy. Kept it short and sweet. Like this was highlighting the business resources. This was highlighting, the home resources link on home repair resource on Mel.
Oh,
Around Thanksgiving, we did things like, audiobooks, Canopy, Hoopla, the Michigan Activity Pass, the things that were all remote since we were closed that weekend. And it worked. I got my statistics back. What we did was we compared for the days we couldn't do it for programs, but for like the services, we compared how many views it had in October versus how many views it had in November when we were highlighting it. And everyone went up except for our main library website, but that's just its own thing. Some of them even tripled. So, it was a easy way to highlight just some things we're already doing. And we just did simple graphics. Since it's all set, we're going to actually keep repeating this. So we're going to repeat it again in April and November each year is our plan. And swapping out some different things. Each time I already have a list of like 8 things we couldn't make into November. So we'll highlight those next time plus anything else, repeat some. Because it doesn't matter if we repeat Canopy over and over again. Not everybody knows about it. So it's an idea. If anybody wants to replicate it, feel free. It was pretty easy, a great way to promote. So
I love that, Kelly. Did you just make a page on your website? I mean, where did you put it?
yep, it's just a page on our website. It's linked to in our website here. It's so in the service, it's under our services page. And currently we don't have it up on the main page here. Because it's not being highlighted this month, but we'll put it back in April again. And then, yeah, we just tossed out social media posts at 8 a.m. every morning up on Facebook and Instagram. Each week it was at the top of our newsletter. And we just highlighted one or two of the days, that week. And then we had a big poster in our lobby. So well, that was the only thing we added to. Like we debated at first, should we put them all up? Should we put up just one every day? And we decided for ease to put them all up, which I think worked because if somebody wants to peek ahead on, November 14th, they peeked what we were highlighting on 28th. It's not a new service.
I love that. I
I
think
love
that's
it.
it's great.
Is it something we can still click? Like,
Oh,
so I can find it and show Deb?
yeah. If you go on to southfieldlibrary.org, here, I'll show you because it's not actively linked, but it's not unlinked. If you just go over here to the search and just type 30 days, it pops right up here. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it was, like the prep work was a fair amount, and we have a committee that is all about, it's sort of a marketing committee, but not really. It's a way to just promote the library. And so I solicited ideas from everybody, and that's how we got the wording and all the ideas. And then I put it all together. Our web team put the page together.
And these are all links
Yep,
that,
they're all just links. So like, food for thought takes you to, I'll see what it takes it to our book club. So,
oh, that makes sense. Okay.
yep, you
Right.
know, and then like, here, see a show for just $7 takes you to our jazz and blues concert we had that evening.
Okay. And
But
so
all
then when
these
you were
links,
sharing, excuse me, frogs, when you were sharing in Facebook, you would I'm sorry. Um, you would just sort of highlight, like check our website for today's such and such, or
yeah, like in Facebook, we obviously then put the direct link to what we
yeah.
were highlighting.
Hmm.
Um, in Instagram, obviously, you can't do that. So we just, encourage people to click on it. So, but we did
Right.
have almost every day we had some sort of reactions to it. Some, I'd say three-fourths of the day. It was never huge, but it's something I'm hope, is something pretty easy to do and and now that we have that set up, it's going to be easy to replicate, which is even nicer.
It's really sharp. It's easy for people to use
Great
too.
Lake Township Library, Heather Clark speaking. How can I help you?
Let me pull back. Let me stop the share so I can.
Doing well. How are you?
There we go. Meet Heather there. We're all multitasking, aren't we?
Multitasking.
So if one of us does this on our programming, would you like us to like just give you credit for it?
No, nope. Replicate. We're all here about sharing. So,
Oh, that's generous. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a lot of work to not get credit. So
nope. And I'm actually, I found I'm very happy with it. And I'm actually it's going to be featured out on superlibrarymarketing.com in
Awesome.
February. So,
Awesome. Congratulations.
yes, because I always love ideas that you can borrow from others. So, and make your own. So,
Yes.
but yeah, the timing is good because November was right before the holidays here, and April will be right before the end of the school year. So we'll highlight lots of school stuff.
That's a good idea. It's good to do it in April too, because May is so busy that people might, there's soccer, there's this, there's that, that's ending everything in May.
Yeah.
So they'll have a chance to see it in April and then take advantage of it.
Yep. So if
Okay.
you get inspiration from this, all the merrier. You
Mhm.
know, put your own spin on it. You want the graphics? Let us know. So
That's great.
I have a question for everybody. I was just curious how everyone was faring after the collapse of Plymouth Rocket and how everyone's been handling any calendar switches if they used all of that program stuff.
I don't know if we use that program. That's a particular calendar program?
Yeah, that was a calendar they basically announced in October that they're shutting down their servers and their everything like
Oh.
2 weeks before they did everything, and it was a whole thing. So I didn't know if any of you used that program and had to scramble to find something. We actually signed up for LibCal, and it's been pretty good for us so far.
Mhm.
So I'd like to hear if you have any experiences in that too. That'd be good.
my condolences to any and sympathies to anybody that was using that and had to scramble because that was. I know I saw it and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I don't use that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. we use libcal, and it's not perfect. None of them are perfect. Oh, that was Benny. Um, I think he can't find somewhere to sit. Anyway, but we're redoing our website, so we're switching to a calendar um that will be more compatible with it, but I'm trying to remember what it is. But I've used libcal. I mean, like I said, it has its moments, but it's been available like on our website we use it, and people seem to have no trouble navigating it, and and signing up for things and stuff like that. And here we go. um so sometimes you have to just okay.
Hey,
You have
Benny.
hi, say hi, everyone. You have to, this is Benny, if you haven't met him before, he visits when I'm on Zoom. Um, if you have any questions, you can definitely contact us about LibCal if you want to, Stephanie. Um, but I found it relatively easy, so, good luck with using it. And I'm sorry that yours crashed. That's an awful thing to just have it ripped out. If I think of the other one, I'll mention it. But I know we're switching because we're switching our website over and doing some different stuff. So, um, okay, sit down, sit. I'm not in my usual spot in my office. Um, so anyway, sorry, I don't mean to be distracting.
Anyone else
Okay.
use libcal?
Cats are the best kind of distracting.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate everyone's tolerance of that.
I view Betty as our mascot. So
He can be the mascot. He can be the library cat. Since we can't have one at Huntington Woods, he can be one here.
I don't want to sidetrack anybody. Oh wait, yeah, great. I'm not muted. We just had everyone send their pet photos to a certain staff member, and she found a service that printed off our own library pet calendar for staff. It's pretty rad.
aw, that is a very fun thing with
Yeah,
animals.
Yeah, it was a pet calendar, Jeff. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Oh, fun. So, patrons or
Nope,
employees?
just for us, just for us.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, that's nice.
I think people who work in libraries like cats.
It seems to
That's a
be.
theory I'm working on.
Yeah. It seems to be, though I love dogs too. I just don't own any. Um, I have two cats. Luna is off sitting in the living room, which she does in the morning. Benny is with me as he does.
Benny
Yeah.
is sociable.
He is, well, not usually. He only on screen. He's the runner. He runs away when people come in. You guys must have a good vibe for him. So we're doing something, we did our Get Cozy challenge last year, and it was pretty popular. And so we're looking to do it again. And so we're doing it in January to February this year. Okay, sit down, sit down. And we like he's listening. And so we did like a bingo card where you read something cozy, like a cozy mystery, basically. It was based around that. But then like light some candles, read a book about hygge, that kind of thing, all through the cold winter months. So we're doing it again. And last year, I've had good luck featuring authors from Kensington, and there's a lot of cozies that they have, and they've promoted it. And so this year we're doing a tea party during our Get Cozy month where two authors are going to Zoom with us. And so it's Alyssa Maxwell, who writes the Gilded Newport Mysteries, and Sally Goldenberg, who writes the Seaside Knitters. And we're waiting to hear from Darcy Hannah because she's a Michigan author and she writes the Beacon Bake Shop. So we're going to be planning that, and that'll be like midway through the Get Cozy Challenge. So we're excited about that.
That sounds very cool. And
Yeah.
well, actually, I should say it sounds very warm.
Yeah, seriously. So, and I've been working with Libby a lot and um trying to promote our services. So like I get Libby Life every week. And so a lot of times they'll have a good theme going and I'll check our Libby to see if we have the things on that there's promoting available. And then I'll make it into like a slideshow. Check these out, check out this blah, blah, blah theme, on Libby. There's like Wicked read-alikes and different things like that. And I'm also working on our overdrive, so I have a say in like what we can get. So, I can see if we can get the things like for less expensive and things like that, for like um, just like a one-use copy or whatever. I'm not sure if you guys know anything about overdrive, but I'm kind of tying it in with my social media. So I've been doing a lot of Libby postings.
One of the new things we have coming up in January is our first YA author event. We have 3 local authors that are going to be speaking
Mm.
January the 25th, which is a Saturday. Should be interesting. We've never done just a YA, targeted to young adults. And one of those, one of the authors happens to be my doctor,
Ah.
which is kind of funny. And anyway, so we're really looking forward to that. And we're going to sell their books and have them autograph them and kind of have like a panel discussion. And so I'm excited about it. I think it'll be fun and we'll see, what kind of attendance we get and interest and everything. So
Mhm. That's a great idea.
Good luck with that. Teens are always
thank
the
you.
hardest audience,
I
but
know, I know. So it'll be interesting. It'll probably just be a bunch of adults that come. I don't know. It'll be interesting.
It will. I'd be curious to hear like the demographic of who comes because
Yeah,
it's always
because
something.
we have a teen leadership council and they kind of give the ideas for, we try to encourage them to give ideas for programming that they would be interested in. And so I think this was one of their ideas. And anyway,
Oh, that's
yeah, I'm,
great.
I'm hopeful that it'll be good.
well, hopefully then you have their buy-in and their
Right. I mean that, yeah.
marketing support.
Yeah. I mean, talking and doing are 2 different things.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So it's like a local teen council that you have because we have that
Yes,
too.
they meet once a month.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mention that to our teen librarian to. I think she reaches out to them, but it might be good to keep reaching out.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a slow starter.
Mhm.
Um, but now we've had it for a couple of years. And in the beginning, it was the pandemic, and
Yeah.
they were meeting via Zoom, which wasn't very good.
No.
So now that they're in person, we have some kids that are pretty dedicated and have been coming regularly. So, and they've come up with some fun program ideas. So, yeah,
That's great that you have their involvement.
just trying to get their buy-in.
Yeah.
It's hard. So,
Yes, it is. Just check the chat.
I was gonna say, yep, everybody take a peek at the chat. Jeff posted Ferndale swag there. So if anybody needs any last minute gifts, so
Yeah, I've got candles now, everybody.
I
Oh,
like
that's
the get
amazing.
lit, Jeff. I
Yeah.
like that.
And
It's fun.
yeah,
Very fun.
and are those
Get
magnets
lit.
behind that? Take me to your readers.
those are enamel pins.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep, and we've got basically free bumper stickers.
Yeah.
Come on by.
Is the Brave Wimp the person who made them?
Yep, it's a local company.
Okay.
They make
I love
incredible
that,
stuff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Yeah.
We put up decorations. I don't have a photo of it, but we turned our Dropbox into a Yeti. Maybe I do have a photo. No, I don't think I do. Oh well.
I lost my full screen. I always do this and then I get messed up. Let's see here.
I do have a question. Let me pull it up so I word this correctly here. It's in my email. It's from Laura, who watches us on oops, nice. Watches the recordings because she's got programs at this time. And she was wondering if anyone has figured out how to make PDFs screen readable. She does not have Adobe and has tried a few screen readers and they're not successful. And has anyone have a good idea for how to make them screen readable or software they've used?
We use Adobe Pro. Sounds like she doesn't have access to that, so I don't have a great suggestion offhand. I'm looking it up online though.
Can anyone help me? I clicked out of the chat, like I was looking at Jeff's chat, and now I just have the strip of us talking. I don't have like the full view.
Use the thing in the middle, the square.
Hmm?
Let's see. I think can you click on it at the bottom? Like,
Oh,
would that bring it back full screen?
let me see. Yeah, you're a genius. Okay, thank you.
Yay!
Sometimes I forget I'm on a Mac and the toolbar is at the bottom, you know. I'm like, let me back in.
Did she say how the documents are created to start with? Like, are they starting in Word?
Let's see. I don't have here. So let me read it exactly. I'm struggling to figure out how to make PDF screen readable, especially since I have limited access to Adobe and most websites talk about using that software. I have a few questions related to this subject. Does anyone have a preferred way to test if a PDF is readable? I tried a free screen reader and I couldn't get it to work, but I'm looking for other options in case it was user error. And does anyone have a way to convert PDFs to be screen readable? Any way that doesn't use Adobe?
Um, Good morning, everyone. From my understanding, I'm not the IT person, but from my understanding, PDFs are not screen readable, at least from we have a few screen readers over in the youth section. And the only way that I could think of was to convert it back to Word. So basically, you just be cutting and pasting it back into a Word document because I believe Word documents are screen readable.
It really depends how the document's created. So like in Word, if you're using like the headings and that sort of thing, it's going to be screen readable. And that does transfer over to a PDF. So if you create it in Word correctly, the PDF should in theory be readable with a screen reader. That being said, a lot of PDFs are like saved or created more like an image, in which case it would not be. So it really kind of depends how the PDF originated. Um,
I think our workaround was just to put a either a hyperlink or some verbiage saying that this document is available, and then if they clicked on that document, that would take them to a separate part of the site, which was screen readable. It would be either an HTML or Word. I'll find out and follow up, but we were unable to crack that code, so I wasn't aware of that you could make a document in PDF. And then once again, I'm not the IT person, so I'm just speaking from what I remember in one of our meetings.
I'm guessing this question stems from possibly what I believe was a previous discussion we had about PDFs becoming ADA compliant.
Mm.
And if I'm
That was exactly it.
yeah. So I I was looking into that for a while and I can't remember where I found information. Um, if the person is in this group, accessibee.com is a really great tool for ADA compliancy, and that's ACCESSIBE.com, accessibee. Um, they might be able to help. And wasn't it Adam, wasn't it you from the Library of Michigan that was discussing that possibly?
Well, one of the things I was going to say, just to build on what Stephanie was talking about, is that in Word itself, there is under the review tab a check accessibility feature where you can then within a Word document first check if it's accessible, add in alt text, and then also look at the navigation pane, which then allows you to um put things within a structure that meets more accessibility standards. And like, oh, I don't know, about 90% of the time, it's usually pretty good at where it will, like, from there, it will then meet accessibility. It's like once you start adding in images and other things, and you have to then make sure that you get those with either listed as where there's alternative text added to them, or you have to then say that like, oh, this is just meant as like a for lack of a better term, like a it's just a little imagery to make it look pretty, but you're not it's not actually part of the text that you're reading on there. But yeah, like for us at the state, because Stephanie's in BTBL and I think in the same building as me, that we have to have like every PDF that we put out on a state of Michigan website has to meet accessibility standards and be ADA. Otherwise, within like a few weeks, it usually gets caught in our site improve site checker, and then we have to either remediate it or take it down. So, but like for us, we usually get training. There's a separate state department that handles like it's the Michigan team that will like lead on how to do the accessibility training for us. So whenever we need that, we usually go to them for that. But I'm sure there's got to be other groups out there that will do similar sorts of things, either evaluating your website or giving you training to help with the accessibility of it or with documents that you put up.
Yeah. And actually expanded, I put in the chat, it was a copy and paste an email from Becky Wardell at the state of Michigan. They did, or was it MC?
Oh, Becky
Yeah,
Rotella. Yeah, she
yeah,
works with me.
yeah. They did a one. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but it's the Modern E-Accessibility Landscape in Public Libraries webinar. It's a long one. I was gonna start it yesterday. I'm like, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm like, okay, I'm saving it for this
Yeah.
afternoon when I'm working from home. But I posted where you get it. It's up on, niche now. So, but I plan to watch that, and hopefully that has some tools and tips in that. All right. Well, hopefully that helps Laura out. And Laura, follow up. If that doesn't, we'll bring it up. We'll talk about it more in next meeting. And so I'll open the floor up. Who's got thoughts, discussions, questions?
Well, one thing I'll throw out there, the 2025 notable books list has been determined. So that will be coming in probably the first or second week of January. So we got to get the publicity stuff figured out for that. So if you're looking to be a host library, we'll have the application information out for that. not long after the list is announced. But we'll hopefully get everything all figured out pretty soon with what, graphics people can use for publicizing the list, or if they end up hosting. Um, Another big thing that we're doing here at the Library of Michigan, that might be of interest to other libraries, is that we're going to be hosting the ALA Americans and the Holocaust exhibit in January and early February, which only a couple libraries in the state have hosted that. I know Petoskey has, and maybe one or two others over the past couple of years, but it's going to be a cool thing for us to be able to host it, and we partnered with MSU, the Sterling Institute over there to get it here. And you've probably seen a lot of messages about like our yearbook project that we have going on. That's going to keep going and going for quite a while, and we've already heard from I don't know, it's about 70 or 80 people, and we've probably gotten, at least if we get everything that's been promised so far, at least 1,000 yearbooks, maybe 1,100 are going to be coming our way, or we've already received them. So, but we're going to keep plugging away at that for quite a while.
Well, thank you for the updates. And I have a love-hate relationship with the Michigan Notable Books list. I always love reading what's on it. I hate that I'm adding to my to-read list every year.
Look, as long as you're not crying each day, you're doing okay. As long
No,
as
I'm just trying to make headway in my list. And
Just when we were
Don't
almost
look at
caught
it as
up.
a challenge, it's an opportunity.
Adam, where do we go, like, like on the Library of Michigan site, like to get notifications about things like this? Like, is there a list to sign up for? Do we just go to the website occasionally and
I
chat?
mean, there's two things that you can kind of do. We try certainly following our social media, because as soon as things are announced and heard, that's kind of the first place that we get that on there. Also, if you haven't signed up for it's called our Special Collections Update e-bulletin.
Oh,
And I can put a link in the chat with where to sign up for that. I'm basically the moderator for that, and we try to every last either Friday or Saturday of the month to put out sort of announcements of like what virtual programs that we've got going on, what are some things that have are coming up soon, whether programming or things like that, successes, things that we've recently done, that sort of thing. That's um between those two things, and then just keeping an eye on our website.
mhm.
That's probably the best way to catch that. And
Cool, thank you.
balls fails, email me.
Okay. Well, because it'd be neat to share some of these things, just grab them and share them,
Yeah, yeah,
with our audience, because, it's our whole state's library. So,
yep. We try to make it that most everything that we
Yeah.
do is fairly applicable, that anybody could share it, and it's free content or filler content, and then it also helps bring people to what we've got going on.
yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
But Adam, I just want to, in the 30 days, we highlighted a lot of Mel resources. So
FYI about that too is that Mel is going to be hitting its 25th anniversary in 2025. And so there will likely be more content out about it related to that. And if you're going to be attending the MLA conference, which is going to be in Lansing, there should be some sort of event related to that at our building. Not like you don't have other reasons to come here, but like that's a big accomplishment,
Yeah.
to be been around for that long.
I think Mel is so wonderful. I think all 50 states should replicate it. It's one of the best uses of tax dollars out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And congrats for making it 25 years. That's, you know,
That's
Hey,
something.
our 200th anniversary is going to be in 2028. So
Okay.
that's the other thing that we have to worry about.
200th?
Yeah, yeah. June 16, 1828 is when the territorial librarian position was created through the Legislative Council. And so that's been considered our birthday,
So 618.
1828.
Okay. I love featuring things like this.
Yeah. And another thing too that we're doing in 2026, but it's also going to be statewide and national, is also the America 250 celebration. So the sort of lead on that in Michigan is the Historical Society of Michigan and the Michigan History Center, but we're also a sponsoring partner along with several other organizations. And so if you're thinking about, some sort of programming or content related to that, that's another theme that you can kind of think about in 2025 in preparation for 2026.
Wow.
You can't plan too far ahead is my motto. So
No.
No.
At my old job, when summer reading ended, they gave themselves a month off and then they were already planning for next summer reading.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're already like, yeah. The librarians are already meeting for summer reading. I see all these things in Canva. I'm like, nope, can't share that yet.
Not yet, but it's coming. So
It's coming.
so that's some of the fun. You can be planning for the summer while it's cold outside.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see.
All right. Anyone else have any questions or things to share?
I'll chime in with another one. So with the TikTok thing going on and possibly shutting down, what has everybody been doing working up to that? I kind of let it lapse for a little while, but are all y'all like still going pretty strong with it?
We've stopped. It just wasn't reaching who we wanted to. And with the sort of lack of resources to keep up with it, we've just kind of started focusing just on like Facebook and Instagram. I've had patrons say, "Oh yeah, I'm only on Instagram." It's like, okay, cool, we're there, and or vice, the other way around, with Facebook. So we don't really use it anymore.
Oh, and to add, is anybody using Blue Sky? We actually just started using Blue Sky.
I've thought about it. What do you think about it?
I mean, I like it so far. It's basically like nice Twitter. So, I mean, like it's the same format where you only have like 150 characters. I think you can only post like 4 pictures, something like that. And I haven't really seen a lot of people use like hashtags, but maybe it's just because I haven't dug deep enough into it. I don't know if they're using that as much as like other platforms are. But so far I like it. I mean, we only have 13 people on our page, so it's going to be a slow build once again.
Yeah.
But, that's how it is with any new platform.
Some of the authors I follow have started using it because I didn't recognize the link, I'm like, Bluesky, what is that? Because it's abbreviated, And I was thinking about checking into it and seeing what about Threads? Not to change the subject, I'm sorry.
We're using Blue Sky,
Mhm.
and actually it's going better. I mean, we there was a bit of a shitstorm, pardon my language, on Facebook when we said we were making the switch because we use, social media posting tools and we can only do 3 accounts. So we stopped posting on X and moved to Blue Sky because nobody, and I mean literally almost nobody, was seeing any of our stuff on X. And then everybody was complaining about it. I mean, we had hundreds of comments like that we had to monitor on our post on Facebook, like saying that we were retreating to a safe space and librarians are Marxist degenerates who love hanging around children and like
No.
I don't know, it was just a mess.
Yeah, we had somebody that was like, "Oh, is X too, liberal or whatever? Like, or is the library too liberal that you can't handle X?" It's like, no, actually, we
Yeah.
haven't posted since like
Ever.
2023. So
Yeah, like nobody, I mean, it was like we weren't retreating from anything because there was nothing there. I mean, if we were running away from criticism, I'd shut down our Facebook account right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
But
because I
yeah,
mean, oh, sorry, go on, Sam.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's going pretty well. We've got over 1,000 followers now, which is like basically almost half of the followers we had on Twitter,
Oh,
you
God.
know, that we gained since 2010 or something, you know, so like 14 years of X followers, we've gotten half of that in, you know, like a few weeks.
Right.
So, um, yeah.
X just feels so vast. I mean, like it's like throwing something into the wind. I never even considered doing that because it's just so big.
Well, they just, I mean, like, I think the algorithms have changed on it now too, that it's just like people are not finding your things anymore. I
Yeah.
mean, like, my wife has been on X for a while and like she used to see library posts a lot and like we were talking about it and she was just saying, you know, like she was not seeing any of our posts anymore, you know, so like there's lots
Yeah.
of stuff changed around and it was not politically motivated, it was algorithm motivated. um but yeah, so we're using Blue Sky, and then to answer your question about TikTok, we're kind of like we're still posting some on that, but I would say like more what we're doing is just gravitating towards making the video content that we can just share on all of our platforms. So like we'll post it on TikTok, but it's not necessarily like a TikTok, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. So
Stephanie, did you say that you were getting away from it? I can't remember exactly at the beginning what you were saying.
So I haven't ever like really dedicatedly like posted to TikTok. It was usually whenever there was like a big event, like summer reading program or some other program that was like, we really need to get this out. And like I had maybe like 200, 300, views, likes, whatever. It wasn't terrible, but as soon as they started like really saying like, hey, we don't know what's going on, but like they have to take this down, it was just like, well, I mean, why build up content right now if possibly they do have to shut it down in January? Like I could be focusing my energies on other things
Right.
or other platforms that I know are a little bit more solid for the time being. So,
Mhm.
and that's another reason why I kind of started going to Blue Sky and doing that, just because I know that's a little bit more stable. And
Mhm.
that's been around for at least a year now, and it's definitely one of the things that a lot of people are moving to. So
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I
And I
definitely
also,
won't. I mean, I won't stop doing TikTok if it does stay up, and I'll
Yeah.
probably continue to keep doing it because it was fun. But like
Mhm.
for right now, I'm like, eh.
yeah, we only have so many resources and so much time.
Yeah.
But like I encourage you, even if you're not on Blue Sky yet, it's always good idea to go on it, create an account, save your, so you create the account name you want. You're not like, oh wait, which of these that one's taken. Which of these suggestions do I want to go with?
Right. Right.
Especially if you have a common named library.
Yeah.
Like Sam at Ypsilanti, you're cool. I don't think you have many other Ypsilantis out there.
That's interesting. How about Threads? Does anyone go on that?
I don't personally. It's just other. I mean, like if I have Facebook and Instagram, why would I also post to threads? That's kind of the mentality for that, but that's just me.
No, I kind of agree. I mean, obviously I have a threads for the library and for myself. I think it was just like created for you or whatever, but I don't specifically really go on it. It just seems redundant. So
I've seen a couple of places that like Blue Sky is actually faster growing than Threads
okay.
now. Like that, yeah. So
I
and I
think you
think
can't
Threads
even
is
access threads without getting an account. Like you can't even click on someone's post that you see without signing in. So
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've thought about just kind of shying away from threads. Like mental space, you've got so much.
Yeah, I was gonna say I personally I didn't never really used it too much for the library. And personally, I just deleted the app when I switched phones a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
It's like I don't ever use this. So, and plus now you see it, they toss it up on Facebook to try to like tease you about it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
it's
And on
like
Instagram.
if it's just gonna be integrated there, why keep it separate? Is
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, so and so posted something on threads that you might like. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
No. I'm glad you brought up Blue Sky though, and to hear Sam's opinions too. I'd kind of forgotten about that, but I think I'll look into that for us.
yeah, it's definitely smaller,
Mhm.
but it's growing pretty quickly and like we're getting more engagement on it than we had gotten, on X in, years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Good. That's good.
What is your page? Is it just Ypsilanti District Library?
on Blue Sky,
Yeah.
we did like I did the like switch over where we could get our domain name as our handle. So it's just at ipsylibrary.org.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, if you go um what is it? So if you go to like the settings and then go to account and then handle, if you click on that I have my own domain button, they give you like a DNS record thing that you can pass along to whoever manages your website, and then they can just like plug that in wherever they need to plug it in. And then once that's in, you go back and click verify DNS record, and then it changes your handle.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have no, like, I just sent it along to our actual web people, but, and whatever they did with it once it was done, I just kept going. And you're a Grand Ledge, so I'll make sure we follow you as well.
Yep, I just followed you, so you might get the little notification.
Excellent.
So yeah, if anybody has an account, follow us.
Yeah, I'm setting one up. Going to set one up. Do you have to have a personal one in order to have the professional one?
Nope.
No, that's another kind of nice thing.
That's very nice.
Because I post like 0 things on any personal social media. Like
Yeah.
I have an Instagram account only to manage the library account and
Mhm.
haven't posted on Facebook in years. So
Yeah.
That would be nice, but I own a small business, so
Ah,
social media dominates my life in all fronts.
I know.
And Jeff
Ferndale.
posted up Ferndale's in the chat there, so everybody can follow Ferndale too.
Mm-hmm.
we celebrate Jeff's entire catalog, so we're already following him.
Yeah.
Be sure to add everybody once I get it started. Good.
All right.
now.
I do have a favor to ask. Would anybody, so our next meeting is set for Tuesday, January the 21st. I've got a school field trip to go on that day.
Oh.
I'm going to be out in Novi for Future City. Would anybody be willing to host? Jeff, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Happy to.
Yay.
Asking people questions is my favorite thing to do.
You are the journalist.
Yeah.
And I do like I'm seeing your articles in Metro Times there, Jeff.
Yeah. Be another one on New Year's Day.
Cool.
Oh.
All right. Anybody else have anything for the group before we adjourn for the year?
Oh, wow. That's so final.
I got little kids. Everything is, it's the last Tuesday we go to school this year.
Oh. Well, Benny wishes everyone a happy holiday season and to stay warm and cuddle with your animals.
Same back to Benny.
Yes, he's over there eating now. So
Okay.
he was sitting here quite a while. He was relatively calmed down.
Well, good
All
to
right.
see everybody.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's nice to see everyone and wish
to
everyone
see.
a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, New Year, everything.
Thank you. Thank you. You
It's a
too.
great group and it's nice to be a part of it. So appreciate what everybody contributes every month.
Me too. Thank
It
you.
is. It's great to get so many great ideas from here. And
Yeah.
all right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you next
Bye.
year.
Bye.